Good day to you, my fellow Ghanaians. This is GH Report. In today's discussion, we are going to be talking about 68 years after our independence as a nation. What is the state of our nation, Ghana? What is the state of our nation, Ghana? Before we get into it, we will take our intro song and get back to you.
Arise, Ghana youth, for your country. Your nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold her and make her great and strong. We are all
Welcome back, fellow Ghanaians. A week ago, we commemorated 68 years of our independence from British colonial rule. If we look at the state of our nation, where have we reached in our country's development? Is our country advancing, or have we retrogressed? I watched an old video of the BBC's coverage of the Independence Day celebration of the 6th of March, 1957. It was part of a documentary on the nation, of the activities and the atmosphere leading to the 6th of March, the fateful day of the celebration. The video showed bustling activity and the vibrant energy of the people who were thrilled, jubilant, and hopeful of the coming of a new era. A new day was coming in, and the nation was full of expectations of the elevation of the Black Star to finally stand on its own, firm, resilient, and shine forth as a beacon of hope to the other African nations. When Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and his compatriots stood on the podium that day at the Black Star Square, surrounded by the jubilant crowd, he delivered his famous statement, "Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever," which was received with massive cheering and applause and was supported. 68 years since, my fellow Ghanaians, if the people at the Black Star Square that day were given the chance to look into the nation and witness the state it is now, will they be happy with how things have turned out? Will the reality be what they expected? The generations that came after independence squandered their privileges. I sometimes think of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's statue. He is positioned in motion, one foot put forward, and his head up, eyes looking straight ahead into the future, and with hand lifted pointing forward. Contrast that with the state of our nation now, where everything appears to have gone backward. If our government leaders insist that we are advancing, our economic indicators should give evidence of this, but it is the opposite. All it will take for us to know how not independent we say we are is for all the country's borders to be closed, shutting out the influx of goods coming in. Firstly, we will not be able to feed ourselves. Almost all the food we consume is imported into the country. We have become dependent on foreign aid, which gives evidence of the fact that the black man, unfortunately, has not been capable of managing his affairs. The rail transport network the British left us has virtually ceased operations. Our road network is nothing worthy to remark on. Nkrumah's industrial complex have all collapsed. The facilities are in disuse, in disrepair, or have been sold off. Others turned into entertainment centers or religious worship places. For our health system, there is not much to impress ourselves about. Our educational system, which began gloriously, has degenerated into near crisis from overcrowding of students, inadequate learning facilities, insufficient teaching staff, no infusion of technology in learning, curricula that are not abreast with the quickly advancing world we are in, and falling standards of learning. For a nation full of river bodies, our people still do not have access to potable drinking water. Just the other day, I was walking on a road in my neighborhood, and some people had gathered around a burst pipe and had their gallons and buckets trying to get at the flowing water coming out of the burst pipe. This is how desperate people are for water to use. The Ghanaian people are at a point where, after many leaders and several governments and many expectations not met and failed promises, they are beginning to wonder whether it is worth hoping for some better change to happen to the nation. At a church program I was at not long ago, the preacher asked that all those who wanted to travel abroad for work, schooling, or for stay should come forward to be prayed for, so that the opportunity be opened to them. Of the people present that evening, about 95% stood from their seats to go forward. I am not exaggerating. I always knew many Ghanaians wanted to travel to live abroad, but I did not think that it was that many people who were willing to flee the country. It showed how the people did not believe that their country could be prosperous enough so they could have the life they wished for. It did not only show that Ghanaians generally do not have faith in their nation, but that we do not have faith in each other, in ourselves. For a nation is not a geographical boundary, but a group of people united by shared values. To put it simply, we do not have faith in ourselves or believe in ourselves that we can work together for the nation's interest, to lift the nation, and so we have lost hope and have decided that to run away from the country is the only hope out of our difficult situation. What hope can a nation have of progress and development when its young people do not believe in their country, do not want to stay and fight for the country, and to work in service of its growth and welfare, but rather wish to flee from it? A few days ago, our President, His Excellency John Mahama, read the State of the Nation address. It did not generate as much interest as it was supposed to. People did not receive it with much enthusiasm, and I was not surprised. It's because we have heard it all before. It was to us just a set of promises, and so it was taken as such, promises. As a people, we are no longer ignorant that we will be deceived with promises, raising our hopes, and the promises never materializing. We have become wise to the government ways, that statements such as plans are far in advance, we are in the process of, and work is about to commence, do not move us anymore as they used to. For now, the average Ghanaian is just watching. I will not say the average Ghanaian is that hopeful, but there is the saying, hope delayed makes the heart sick. When someone waits for a long time for something they hope to happen, the prolonged delay can lead to feelings of disappointment, frustration, and even sadness. The promised land that government passed have promised Ghanaians has been a vision that never got fulfilled. We've suffered too much, so we are no longer expectant. We have hoped and have given up hoping any longer. At this moment, many Ghanaians are of the mind that no change can happen. The average Ghanaian just wishes their struggling economic situation will not be exacerbated by this government who they voted into power to bring some relief to their sufferings. For a nation that had such bright prospects for a bright future, to be in the state in which we are currently, heavily in debt, to have dug for ourselves a deep, deep economic hole in which we have stuck ourselves into without rescue, with no sure way of reviving ourselves or getting out of it. What is there for us? Is there a way forward out of our fallen state? Do we have a vision? Do we have a plan? Every government comes in with its plan, and nothing seems certain. Do we have a destination as a nation where we are heading? We say that as a people, we are united, but our politics is divided, so our nation is also divided. We have a divided vision, a divided agenda with no destination in sight. 68 years after independence, if Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah were to look into the country he fought for and believed in, that it would be a torchbearer lighting the way for Africans' development in advance, would he be proud of what he sees? He will ask himself what went wrong. What did he not do right that every good legacy he left us has almost been eroded to nothing? So I ask my question again, my fellow Ghanaians. Are we advancing or are we at a standstill? This is a question for all of us to answer. This is GH Report. Thank you for listening. See you again another time. Have a good day.